if you know that people earning £8.21 can't pay the bills, can't make ends meet, are servicing that income with topping it up with debt, then something has to change. We know that these huge organisations make inordinate profit, make lots and lots of profit, and they are businesses.
It's not a crime to make profit.
I was just preempting that line there by saying it's not a crime to make profit. Of course, they are a business. That is their motivation. But they also benefit from healthy workers. They also benefit from people in the system. But should a worker go to work full-time and not be able to live a good life? No, is the principle. And we've calculated that the basic rate for that is £10. The second mechanism, and this is important...
but I must just get this... I mean, many people will obviously subscribe to what you're saying, but you're effectively suggesting that if we take the example of a supermarket, if they were to decline to increase the pay by £1.79 per hour, which is going to be a lot, they'll be against it. Well, they'll just close down.
Honestly, do you envisage Tesco's closing down? This is what people do.
I thought you were talking about Asda.
Well, all of the big retailers will have
Tesco are in here as well, are they?
You're talking about the minimum rate of pay, aren't you? So all of the big retailers will have to pay a £10 minimum rate of pay, because
you're aware of the 5 companies that Mr. Corbyn mentioned yesterday: Asda, Amazon, Sports Direct, Uber, and the cleaning company ISS. You're aware of how many people they employ, are you?
Mm-hmm. What I'm a bit worried about is why you're not concerned.
Well, no, I'm just going through numbers. Are you aware how many people those employ? It's 250,000 people that they employ. Yeah. And do you know how much they paid in corporation tax? It's £195 million. Now, respectfully, how many companies has Mr. Corbyn set up or run? How many companies have you set up or run?
This is so ridiculous.
Why?
And I'll tell you why it's ridiculous, because we, of course, want businesses to remain in the UK. We obviously want them to do well, but at the moment, their workers cannot live a good life on the wages that are paid to them.
But lastly, this is like...
hold on a second. You have
I don't mean this personally, but you have no experience. Your colleagues, you have no experience of running companies, and you're telling companies how to run.
It's such a spurious line of questions. That's actually quite funny, asking how many businesses Jeremy Corbyn has set up. He has been a politician, and
experience? So how can he tell a supermarket how to run? It would be like the boss of Asda or Tesco telling Mr. Corbyn how to run the Labour Party.
We have done a huge amount of work. We have done a huge amount of work on what it is that you need to earn to live and to be able to afford the basics. Hold on. Do you honestly think, because this happened with the imposition of the minimum wage, there was loads and loads of fear-mongering that there were going to be thousands and thousands of jobs lost. There is no evidence to say that each time the minimum rate of pay is uplifted, that leads to job losses. And actually, it is a positive cycle on the economy, because those businesses want people who also earn £10 to shop in their shops.
Not only will Labour seek to run the country after December, you'll also be effectively running all the supermarkets, because you're telling them what to pay.
Honestly, this is quite hilarious.
Why is it funny? Because people's jobs could be on the line. I don't see why that's funny.
And they're not. I'm interested in why you are not pursuing the line of questioning.
You don't believe that a minimum wage hike of that proportion, £8.21. I mean, it's almost a 25% lift. You don't think in some instances some firms would have to let jobs go? You just don't see that link.
I really just don't see that link, because the positive benefits of people being also paid £10 per hour is very, very, it's many. You have consumers who will be able to afford more goods. So this is a benefit to everybody. The fundamental point is there are 14.3 million people in poverty. You saw dispatches last night showing the absolutely maybe you didn't, but showing the harrowing story of over 4 million children in poverty. That's not the fault of the child or the adult. It's because we have pay that has stagnated for years and years and years,